And I'm giving him credit, but he still hit the over. 530 was his line, and he came in at 532 is when I'm going to cash him in. So we cashed the over. Coach is back on the show.
All right.
The 540 you warned me about.
See, I listen. I did give you like a 10-minute warning that I was going to need a little bit of time coming out of the.
I know, but you promised us yesterday that you were targeting 520.
Yes. But my workout ran late, and I had a couple of kids that are heading off to college. Shout out to Katie Collins, Ivy League Rookie of the Year at Penn. I had her yesterday. I had a couple of D2 kids. Sean, don't give me no shit about excuses. It's okay. The unk is in the building, fashionably late, but I think of myself a little bit of a buffer.
Listen, you're here. We love it. And we are going to talk some WNBA. So some people do have questions in the chat already, which I absolutely love. And one of your questions is going to be answered, JMain34, because clearly that Las Vegas money line is right there. So we could start there. Why do you like the Aces?
Listen, the Aces have really been like fire as of late. People are going to turn around and say, oh, they had an easy schedule. Oh, they played the Liberty at home. On the second leg of a back-to-back, it doesn't matter. They turn around, they win their next game after that. And I think it's just a big spot for them going down the pipe. Winners of 8 straight games. I know Phoenix 4 out of 6. Aces just playing better with matchups. I do believe the Aces also won the first 2 games of the series so far. So I'm going to give the advantage because it's a home game, home team. Give me the Las Vegas Aces on the money line. And 2 other plays off that game. The point guard over 5.5 assists. I was shocked this number was this low. She's been playing really well as a late Ariel. 4 of the last 5 games, she's gone over this. Go to prop.cash. 9+ assists in 3 straight games. 7 out of 10 on the Aces win. So if I think the Aces are going to win, then I go with the 7 out of the last 10. A huge part of the turnaround, the point guard over 5.5 assists, 9+ 3 straight games. And then we're going to the other side. Alyssa Thomas. Over 14.5 points. I think this is way too low. Over 9 out of 15. Shrink it a little bit more in props.cash. 4 out of 5. Over the last 2 versus the Aces. Now, here's the crazy thing. She's gone under 5 straight road games. Huge game, close game. She's going to have to score. Alyssa Thomas over 14.5 points.
I love the props. I was trying to look for some props for tonight. It was a struggle, but I was looking at certain things like I like to see who's top and bottom in points allowed, rebounds allowed, assists allowed. And then I look at who's top and bottom in the last 10. And some things I noticed, like, let's see. What the Aces tonight are, hold on, let me get up the WNBA card. So the Aces tonight are laying 1 against Phoenix. They're not on my list, but there were other teams looking at, let's see what else you have here. You've got the Mystics. So like Washington, for example. Washington, top 3 rebounding team. So they've allowed the second least rebounds all season. I thought that was like an interesting stat on the Mystics, who you like on the money line today.
Yeah, I like the Mystics on the money line tonight, Ariel, because when I looked at the game and I kind of dug deep into it, listen, the Mystics are 3-2 straight up. Now, remember, they lost their last game to the Connecticut Sun. Do you guys know that the Connecticut Sun have not won back-to-back games at all this year? And no one back-to-back games.
Well, their defense sucks.
The defense is terrible. And here's the thing. This is why I use prop.cash for the props, but I also, when I go to picking teams and sides, that's where I kind of get more into my coaching thought process. If you go look at the Mystics, they're in the thick of this playoff hunt. If you dig deeper, every other game after today are against teams, Ariel, that are in the playoff race. So if you kind of dig deeper, right, and you go to somewhere like, for people don't know, I love, for the NBA and for the WNBA, I love Tankathon. I think Tankathon is a good little spot where you can look at stuff. No, it's not fixed. Jesus Christ. I never know if fade invades the Mystics. Well, I'm fading is the Chicago Sky, but we'll get to that in a minute.
I know. I had a question for you, but it's okay. We'll talk about it.
But
John's just giving you crap again. Like, he gave me crap as soon as I signed in today.
Son of a bitch. He does it every goddamn time. This guy is unbelievable. But when you kind of look at the WNBA and you look at the remaining strength of schedule, Washington has the 5th toughest schedule, right? 2 New York, 1 Mercury, 1 Vegas, 1 with the Fever, 1 with the Valkyries, 1 with the Storm. It's this game against Connecticut, and I don't even count an easy opponent as the Sparks, because the Sparks play really good basketball. This is a must-win for them. Now, what's interesting that people don't know is the Connecticut Suns draft pick. they traded for Marina Mabrey last year. That draft pick, I do believe, goes to I think Chicago has their pick, if I'm not mistaken. So that is something also to look at in regards to making the playoffs and so on and so forth. That's something to look at. There is that they have their pick, so they don't even own their pick. So yes, there is a way for a team like Connecticut to want to try and win. And just so you guys know, because I want to say this right, Connecticut's pick goes to Chicago. Chicago's pick goes to Minnesota. LA's pick goes to Seattle. There's a lot of picks being swapped and moved in next year's draft. I think that's something to look out for a team like Connecticut going for the win. I just don't think they're going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and take the Mystics on the money line tonight.
Coach, has there been one show this year, and you've been on pretty much the entire WNBA season, is there one show that you didn't fade the sky?
No, I think I faded the sky every fucking time. Like every time. Like every time. And there's so many different ways that you could slice it or dice it. And when I looked at the line, Ariel, I'm like, man, 15 and a half. Remember, I faded the sky. I faded the sky last time. And remember, Ariel said it. If Angel, stop, Sean, you gotta chill, God. Like you're driving me nuts tonight, bro. Seriously.
He's distracting.
Yeah, I know. And it's almost like I gotta like cover that, like I'm getting out of the chat. I'm not even looking at it right now. There you go. Private chat, me and Ariel, fuck everybody else, okay? So when you look at Chicago, I was like, damn. Initially, I have my sheet, right? I'm old school. I'm a coach. So like I write everything down. And if you look closely, I originally had Liberty minus the points. I'm like, no, I can't do that. Too many points because I was talking to Ariel. I was talking to Ariel about this like 2 nights ago. And like she said she was right. We both said if Angel Reese plays, stay away against Seattle. They were down 18 going into the 4th quarter, and they backdoor covered it. So that got me nervous for tonight. So I said, you know what? I'm going to take the team total under 74.5 for the Chicago Sky. Why? 11th in field goal percentage. 10th their last offensive efficiency. Their last in turnover percentage. Their last to assist to turnover ratio. And then you look at the Liberty, they're top 5 in defensive rating. And the Chicago Sky have gone over 600 in the last 8 games. And you're going to say, whoa, coach, Angel Reese wasn't there. But then I go back and look. Yes, she's starting. But Sean, last 2 times the Liberty have played the Sky, Angel Reese has been in the lineup. They've gone under both times. Liberty are in a big spot now, folks, because they have the easiest schedule left in the WNBA. And when you start to dig deep into this, the easiest schedule left, New York. The second easiest schedule, Atlanta. The third easiest schedule, Phoenix. Guess what they are in the WNBA? 2, 3, 4. That 2-3 spot is going to be big. I like Liberty. Yes, no Stewie, I get it. But Emma Messiman, Sean, has been really, really good. And Jonquel Jones has been a problem. And I think Cardozo and Reese are going to have problems guarding against someone like Jonquel Jones on the perimeter. I'm taking under 74.5 for the Sky.
That might be the first time you've taken the team total under on the show, but I do know that you fade those Sky every single time.
I'm not gonna. You know what? I think I'm gonna throw a curveball. Next time I come on, maybe I'll take the Chicago Sky. Probably not, but I'll think about it.
Listen, it's okay. There are certain teams, there are certain people, there are certain players that we do not bet, or we stay away, or we only bet certain sides on them. There are pitchers that I will only bet under or nothing, over or nothing. Like, I won't fade Paul Skeens. I won't fade Mackenzie Gore. I just won't bet them. Sometimes they're worth an over, like a Framber Valdez. Sometimes I just got to stay away. But there are certain players that you just can't fade, and there are certain players you can't back. The Sky are a team that you can't back, and that's
No,
okay.
no, I agree. And really quick, one bet that I do like for the Chicago Sky, so just to let you know, I don't just kill them every time. Rachel Banham over 1.5 made threes, over 7 in the last 10. You talk about Sean, Angel Reese. How about Banham when Angel Reese is in the lineup? Made 2+ made threes, 9 out of the last 10 times. Liberty 8th in 3-point. They're number 1 in 3-point percentage defense, but they're 8th in 3-pointers allowed. So they give up a lot of threes. And then if you look at it, if I think the Sky are playing from behind, that means she's going to be looking for threes. Rachel Banham over 1.5 made threes tonight.
Sean keeps taunting you on Mabry.
What's wrong with Mabry? What'd she do?
I don't know. He keeps talking to me. Like, he keeps saying stuff about Mabry and fighting Mabry and like all this stuff.
Well, that's because I know Marina and I know the family. And Sean's all mad because the whole Caitlin Clark thing happened, and then all of a sudden I back to Mabry. Sean, I got something that's going to. I know the Mabry. Of course, I love Mabry family. I've known that kid since he was 12 or 10 years old. But I'll say to Sean, ready? Here's the mic drop. You still want to take Caitlin Clark over Paige Beckers? Did y'all see that 44 piece that she dropped last night? I'm telling you this right now. I've seen them all play growing up. All play. The best kid I saw coming up through the ranks in high school and when she got to college was Paige Beckers. The only one that I think can be a better pro than either one of those two is Juju. I think Juju is going to be. Wait till Juju gets to the league. Oh my fucking God, she's going to be unbelievable. And Paige is not a stat, bro. Paige played at UConn. And here's the thing: people are like, "Oh, she's got Arike." Go look at Arike Wumbawale, folks. Arike Wumbawale has statistically her worst season of her career. Look at her 3-point shot. Look at her field goal shooting. Look at her points per game. I know the minutes are down, but do not even call her a stat pattern. Not true.
Look at these WNBA regular season MVP odds. So I know Nafisha Collier has had some injury concerns, but she's still minus 350. Wilson plus 425. Then there's Alyssa Thomas, Sabrina Ionescu.
I'm sorry. AOD, he called her Arika Westbrook. Oh my God, that's sorry. Well done. I'm sorry. I just hijacked you. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I love when the chat makes everyone happy.
There's something that's interesting right there because it's funny. I'm going to go on with our buddy K-Dub in about an hour on Sports Grid. And I think we're going to get into this. I don't think Nafisha Collier is going to win MVP.
Not enough games?
Well, you got to look at the fact that there's 6 games ahead in the loss column. There's 10 games left to go. How much is Cheryl Reeve really going to play her down the stretch? Got to get her to the playoffs. Then there's the flip side of Vegas is hot. That's why Asia's jumped Alyssa Thomas. But if Phoenix finds a way to get to 2, and the fact that she's played without Kalia Copper at times, and without Satu Sabali at times, I got this weird feeling that Alyssa Thomas is going to make a run at this at the end, and you can get it right now at BetMGM at 11-1. I'm not saying put the 529 plan on it, but I can see a pathway for Phoenix to get to the 2 seed or the 3 seed. Excuse me. And if she does that, Alyssa Thomas 11-1 to win MVP. It'd be something you should be thinking about.
Ooh, 11-1. Okay, I like it.